maybe less than that. Like, well, you have his kid. He's like,
All right.
Price. He does good.
All right. I have some adjusted prices from you folks. Those prices I made were completely arbitrary. Like, I didn't actually think that they would visit the slave market in this session, and I just gave you numbers. But now we have a way to make it all better because I have consulted a leading authority on slave prices.
Oh God.
Is it? Who is it?
Does the book have a guide on slave trade?
So
I'm sure Grimith knows a guy.
Isn't that right?
Hi, Gryph.
Hi.
Fucking underground smith.
So let's see here. A slave, a household slave, would cost you 50 gold pieces.
Okay.
Alright.
A slave, a common slave who could do perhaps a variety of tasks, is 75 gold pieces.
Right, now we're getting somewhere.
A slave who perhaps can do like combat sort of things, you could find someone who's perhaps trained in combat, is 100 gold pieces. And for a very specialized slave, who covers a very specific thing, such as if you wanted like a slave like wizard or like a slave like sage or something, that'd be 500 gold pieces.
Idea.
Slave wizard, yeah.
Slave wizard.
Horse salvo.
Yeah, we
You
have
come
a
with your own
patient
spell
or
book.
5th level wizard here.
Oh, hi,
Just
Gryph.
looks at you like.
Yeah, Gryph came here. Well, we're in the middle of our slave conversation.
Yeah, we're buying slaves, Gryph.
Let's have him actually pop out. Then.
The old and infirm are half off, and so are children. So your combat slaves don't cost as much. But and the flip side, like your 5 gold piece plan, will just. I know you guys spent a lot of time discussing it, but I figure let's put some real value in meat to this beautiful slave meat market that you're currently engaging in right now with your characters.
I actually prefer these prices over the 5 gold piece maimed and wounded.
Yeah.
It's not like cheaper than beef anymore.
Okay. So let's get a kid household slave
Well,
first, I
Gryph.
think.
Well, first, Gryph, time for him to have some context, right? As he pops out as a cube.
No.
He shouldn't
First
have
off,
context.
Just to say, I shouldn't. Like, I just tell me what I see as soon as I say I have loaded. Right.
All right. You
Alright.
you see the party gathered around sort of a pouch with a few coins in it. We're all looking very sort of all frowning heavily, looking into the pouch with too few coins in it. There's a pony in a sweater nearby. There's a guy who looks like he's about a half dragon, sort of copper dragon person. We're also standing sort of a little away from what seems to be a big slave market where auctions are constantly going on. People are moved with colors and branding, like sizzling from branding irons and colors and whatnot. And we seem to sort of look over there at like price signs and such as we look into our like very empty coin pouch.
Chances are one of you
Mumbling to
guys.
ourselves about how many maims and how many limbs we require and that sort of thing.
Chances are one of you guys will probably have noticed I guess the much more fixed box.
Leon will notice because you're popping out of his pouch.
Reassembling itself and building up.
Something will get put back in place by Leon when he found like, oh yeah, that should probably go there.
And Tempus sort of pauses for a second, looks up, makes a comment to himself, going, good thing we're alive, or I'm alive. And sort of pats himself, realizes he's missing a few cogs, and goes, oh, bugger. Then looks up and notices all of the things that Manaki has just described. So what are we buying?
Depends, Tempus. How much money do you have?
And Tempest will sort of look at his pouch and realise he did ask this. You don't think he got any money since the 200 gold pieces that...
Gryph, you got the
Phone
stats too.
thing. Oh God, I can't hear anything.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Throw away your
Very
phone.
Quiet.
Phone has been thrown away.
That's good.
Right. So Tempest will sort of, look in his pouch and will again repeat. Out of character, we have got no more money since the 200 gold pieces each that we
Yes,
got.
you did. You
did.
got some gold pieces that were found in the bottom of the pit that were split 4 ways instead of 5 because Asthma Man wasn't there.
How much was that? I asked the rest of my colleagues.
1 sec.
1,500 gold.
No, it was not. It was In case,
damn it,
in
guys.
case you did not add it to your sheet,
Yeah.
it was 1 second. I will work this out and post it in the Skype. It was 24 gold pieces, 5 silver pieces, and 4 copper pieces
Ah.
each.
Don't think I've added that either.
Well, there you go.
No, none of you fucking people get goddamn money if you can't fucking keep track of your. I'm kidding.
Okay, that's
That's why I'm treasurer, because I kept track of it in my notes.
Like Jesus, people, like adventurers tend to care
That's-
about
that's
money.
fair.
Come on. You're like, I don't think I added that money. 4
In
sessions
the grand
later.
scheme of things, Tempus was a box and was dead, basically, from the end of the last session. So I have an in-character reason to
You do
ask if I have any more money.
Yeah, that excuse is certainly better than my just inability to keep track of things.
So I
So
put
what-
that one forward
Oh
to
no,
you.
not including
Curtis.
Gryph's money. There's some combinations.
Okay, I have 28 gold pieces.
28.
Yes.
That's all.
Just.
And 9 silver
I
and
mean,
5
how
copper.
much money do we have? In
How
total?
big was the bounty at Tempus?
I'm not selling Tempus.
I'm not selling me either.
Well, you know, it could be an outvote 3-2 situation here, so.
However, how
Look
much,
at Tempus.
how much do you have, Gryph?
28 gold pieces,
So-
9 silver, 5
I'll not take your silver away. So that would be that, including Gryph.
28 gold pieces.
That's our total pool now.
Did you spend the 200?
So I would still have more than everyone else in the party combined.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, not anymore.
Yes, because now suddenly Thomas.
No,
Actually-
not
actually-
anymore. That's
Actually,
true.
you still might.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. So let's get like an old lady that can cook, and then maybe 2, like 1 guard, and 1 other like common slave.
Wait, you need to explain this situation to me. Look, I've seen a lot of weird suites in my day. I have not seen a suite who popped out of a magic box.
It looks as it's a long story. He's well, not really what he looks like.
I have heard that explanation many times. I am Jin Zeros.
You can trust him, Tempus.
Somewhat.
And as a description, as a repeat of the description, this creature resembles a humanoid copper dragon, an imposing span of scales, 6'10" over 2 meters, with thick cords of muscle beneath a scaly hide. It's worth noting that he is an incredibly scarred individual as well. His clothes are threadbare, a light chain shirt with damaged links, a drab gray cloak with numerous patches, and brown leggings with several dark stains. His hands, talon-like claws, linger close to the daggers upon his belt. There you go. Now you know how he looks.
And Tempest sort of sticks a pinky into his ear. You can hear a gear click back in place. Sorry, what was his name again?
I
As
am
Tempest
Jin
blinds the big, massive dragonkin looking at Leon.
I am Jin Zeros.
Ah. Yeah. Tempest also looks, looks around. He finds a few things in his pockets and realizes that we're there, and he's wondering how they got there when he was a box. And looks up at the dragon and just goes, "You're a big guy." Tempest looks weirdly distracted, as if he's had a lot to digest in a very short space of time.
You know, I can understand that. The dragonkin will fall silent, allowing you folks to participate in the meat market once again.
Actually, I will ping something over at you, Grimith.
Oh god.
So, guys, do we do?
That one there, I guess, could be the other way around, whereas the normal.
I mean, household is like cleaning, cooking, right?
They have all the basic training needed.
That is
Commoner
what
would
I
be like
suggest.
a carpenter.
That might be
Old
special.
household, 1 hard labor, 1 common.
There's a few combinations we can do.
Well, that's a total of 200. It just evens out nicely. But yeah, hard labor, is that like also fighting person?
Yes, that is the combat one, the hard.
I mean, it's not really a lot of people, but sure. It's certainly a start.
I mean, it is a start.
Yeah, every gang has to start somewhere.
Yeah, and then
Maybe
we go
like a
into
null
the
clan or something we can recruit.
yeah, then we go into the dungeons of the ruins and try to find some money.
And some
Bye.
druggies we can bring back home.
Yep.
I'm glad I could come up with far more equitable and fair slave prices so that you didn't have to feel guilty about this being cheaper than food.
Really, when I can buy a sword for more than cost more than a person, then something starts worrying me.
Well, it just goes to show you the dark and true fate of like so many
I don't
people
know.
here.
Yeah.
I knew like an orc that would use a person as a weapon.
I mean, it's Drakkenhall. Chances are there are people being sold as food. So
You
I don't
know,
want to think about that.
You're certainly allowed to eat your slave if you so wish. It's up to you.
That'd be
It's very
one-
pricey though, but I guess they would last a while.
Ah! I'm
What you
being
doing?
attacked on my
Call
fucking floor.
That our old cook
What?
there is a null.
Gryph is fucking high.
A lady null.
Like those household slaves are like 130 pounds, guys. So, I mean, you'd have a lot there.
Oh, Tempus.
Uh-huh.
For whenever you're relaxing later, by the way, reach into his pouch, hand you a pile of gears.
How many of these fell out for me, and how many did you buy?
They all fell out.
Tempest will just look at this entire pile. What's you say about a significant pile?
It's fine, Tempus. We have bought the forge.
What?
And there's some
Yeah, we
weird
own a
technology
forge.
Actually, we own base. More
Yeah,
precisely.
we own a house with a forge in it, I should say.
Okay. Tempest slowly puts the gears
All the
in
money
all
went.
pockets. Okay, let me catch up to speed. We're in a slave market. There's a big dragon guy. Hey mate, how you doing?
When
Now,
you just start
I
a
have-
gang.
Interesting items in my pockets. I only remember nearly dying, and I was out for the count, and I woke up. I imagine in Drakkenhall, going by the fact that you guys are now trying to buy slaves, of which good idea. I approve of this. We own a forge.
Yes, we own a base in the ruins which used to belong to a rather decently powerful and well fortified mercenary company, and we basically just walked up to them and said, "We want your base. Here's money."
Yeah. And
We
so
paid a
now
lot of
we're
money.
buying guards and servants for that place.
Gen Zero's volunteers, they bought it for 860 gold pieces.
Yes.
You
Admittedly-
weren't there to help.
Admittedly, we also got a deed giving us giving us actual proof of ownership, unlike most of the people in the ruins.
Legal
Does,
rights.
Does Gin Zeros seem to indicate that the price is ridiculously high?
Gen Zero's has no idea, and he'll tell you, I've never owned that much money before.
Tempest
Oh.
will look at Jin
Well,
Zero
I
and
did
just say,
once.
"We bought this from you."
No, he's
Oh.
been our tour guide around the city.
The Blood Dog crew, Tempest.
It's understandable he does not understand because he just woke up.
We learned about them this morning, so now we own their hideout.
things move fast here in Drakkenhall, it appears.
Tempest wants to just to get an idea of Jin Zero. Again, I don't know this guy. You guys do. Apparently, he's trustworthy. Tempest?
No, it's
Just
Leon.
Leon, really.
Yeah, Leon knows him.
Only I trust him.
And he is as trustworthy as Leon.
You know, he has helped us very much up to this point.
Yes.
I want to figure this guy out.
Alright.
I have learned enough from this session or series of episodes to figure guys out, and I want to figure this guy out. And I wish I could see what I'm talking about. I'm still staring at a loading screen for this entire time. I've been
really?
staring at loading map.
Well, that certainly
Drakkenhall.
makes sense.
So I'm kind of like I'm a bit blind. It's kind of as if Tempest has woke up with his eyes closed, going, "Aha, hello. Who are you?"
I'm not sure what's taking you so long to load. It might be the pony that was added by.
I didn't even add the big picture.
He's
put it in
almost
Skype if
done.
you want to
Almost
see it.
done. There we go. I'm here.
Just 30
Ah.
megabytes of pony.
Right, there we go. Okay, hello. I've not leveled myself up yet, but priorities.
Sure.
All right. Tempest will have a look up at the guy, and he'll actually start asking him a few questions. He'll start actually asking about being a dragonkin, and
You can roleplay that.
okay. Alright, big guy. So, now, I imagine there might be a bit of a startle. Box turns into me. Pleasure to meet you. Name's Tempus. Now, see, I just want to catch up to speed. Raise all you get. You're the tour guide, so you're the knowledgeable one, and I just want to make sure I know exactly where I am and what's going on. As you could imagine, when you wake up, you feel a bit groggy, so you want to know exactly what's going on at this exact time. So, tell me, who are you?
I am Genzeros.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Bat. And he puts his hand out, Tempus, just to shake the dragon's hand.
The dragonkin extends a taloned claw. Remember, like, if you tried to shake Thorak the Ineffable's hand, Gryph? That's sort of like what you're getting here.
Just a massive, massive hand.
Yes.
Tempest will grab onto a talon and shake it vigorously and go, "Ha ha! Pleasure to meet you. Well, you are a big chap, man. Oh," and he wants to turn the paw and just in the claw and have a look at it and appraise it and have a judge. Meanwhile, he's using this as a distraction technique to just have a look over, just to judge him, see if there's any hidden weapons on him at all.
Well, he does have daggers upon his belt. You don't immediately catch anything. Why don't you give me a looking the mighty dragonkin overskill check?
Well, I'm going to use Trickster of the Dice because he needs to know who he's talking to. He's going to use the sleight of hand to try and distract him to get a proper look around at the character. He's used to looking for valuable possessions to kind of slip off of characters, so he knows what to kind of look for. Bumps, ideas of pouches of money, or, substantial weapons that you don't mess with this character. Let's not steal from him.
Sure.
So he's
you can use that along with wisdom modifier and level.
Okay. So that's 1d20 plus 4 for level, plus 5 for the background, plus 3 wisdom.
Genzeros, this dragonkin, does not appear to own much. As earlier described, his clothes are threadbare. A light chain shirt with damaged links, a drab gray cloak with numerous patches, and brown leggings with several dark stains. He has his 2 daggers. He's got a symbol of small throwing knives, which are barbed. And he has like a small, cylindrical shape, which appears to be a map, and which, meta-wise, the players have seen him unfurl out on several occasions. He has no belongings other than that.
Okay. Nothing that's immediately sort of jumping out at Tempus. Alright. So, how long have you been a tour guide then for?
I am not a tour guide.
Oh, okay. I just figured that you were helping show everyone around, just a general assumption. You know how it goes. You need to, catch in the wilds. You have to make sure you know what's going on. So, what's bringing you to help the group? As again, I've not had the chance to ask my colleagues, and you would be the best and knowledgeable person.
That is a false statement. Genzeros extends a talon. It would be your friend, Leon, who would be the best to ask for that.
Thames will turn his head to Leon.
To my surprise, my order found out that we were heading here before we managed to arrive and somehow get a letter here in time. And with that, as a follower, he has proven himself to, in some way at least, to catch the attention of the order, and, they recommended him to me as someone useful in the area who could give us, some direction in a place that we've never been. Gestures to a scroll that's attached to his belt.
Tempus will nod. So, you just... fair enough.
He's helping us for now. He has no obligation to continue to help us.
Tempus nods, just looking him up and down. Huh. So, what's his ambitions then, or what's your ambitions for him? If he's here to help you, Leon.
That's going to depend on what we end up doing here in Drakkenhall. I do not plan on putting him at any risk right now. Currently, he's devoted himself to his redemption for his past, so dragging him into other situations would be, counterintuitive.
I would prefer not to engage in bloodshed. It would be tempting.
Redemption?
We all have a checkered past, don't we?
I have devoted my life to the worship of Tamara, the goddess of life and mercy. It is through her light, and through the help of my priestess, who has taken me in and sheltered me, that has led me on this path, which led me to have in hand that note to deliver to that Leon. Pointing again at Leon.
Tempus is actually taking quite a while just to sort of look at Zero's. You can hear something clicking away in his head.
He is heavily scarred. He has extensive muscles beneath the scales, and his stance is that of a well-practiced and trained killer. Tempus has seen enough of those. A casual killer, perhaps, once upon a time.
Tempest actually spends an awkward amount of time looking at Zeros.
Well, the reptilian creature will stare back at Tempus, equally curious about the sweet who popped out of a box.
Sweet.
Yes.
That's what they call people
The
here.
normal races are called sweets here.
Because we taste sweet.
There's even a place called Sweet Hall, which is basically like a tenement for the sweet races.
Like the ghetto.
Tempest would definitely be crunchy.
We're making a gang here, so.
So, in the meantime, while this conversation has been going on, I guess we bought the slaves, or?
I mean,
yeah, sure.
Or into the door.
We took his money and would have to buy slaves with it.
All right, so what all are you buying? Just so that I'm familiar with it.
A warrior and 2 households, just to keep it simple.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So warrior's gonna be on like guard duty.
Sure.
Yeah.
That could be arranged. If you're gonna buy them of average quality, then that will be 200 gold pieces.
Guys, was it like a mercenary guard 5 gold a day?
Yes.
Let's just give that a thought again. because we're about to buy 3 people.
They're going to save them from the horrors of being bought by someone else in the slave market.
Exactly. We're doing a good thing here.
You are in the build your own slave workshop. You guys can write tragic backgrounds and make tokens for these people.
Well, that's pretty great. We should get the slaves then.
Is that an invitation to do so?
If you want to write tragic backgrounds for these people,
I'm just saying we could buy 2 slaves and then hire a mercenary for 10 days.
Sure, but mercenaries aren't trustworthy. Slaves are.
Or yes, I guess.
What?
No, I get what he's saying though.
The slaves don't.
Slaves know that if they leave us, they're screwed.
Yeah.
But mercenaries know that if they betray their employers, they are never going to find work again.
We're new here, and they knew.
How are we gonna ruin a mercenary's reputation here?
We're not.
How would we even go about it?
Yeah.
We're no one important. We don't have names that are known.
Yeah, we don't have a we don't have a reputation of which to put against them.
Oh, you need to go crack some skulls at some point.
Maybe so.
Want you to join us. We'll then go back to our place and be like, "This is your gang, man."
No.
Either way, we need to figure out some sort of income very soon.
I mean, we'll buy
regardless
the people,
what we
they
do,
don't
we're
need
going to be
income.
broke.
We can feed them for a month at least.
Yep.
But yeah, we need to go raiding someplace. We can break into stores and steal. Maybe we could threaten people to do that and then get paid not to.
Well, we do have the Hello talent still.
Does he know of stores that might be easy to to make pay for protection?
Zeros will frown heavily at being asked this.
No. Oh man. Fuck.
Oh god.
Jeez.
That's right, it's not fire season.
This is a very judgmental frown, perhaps coming from a creature who has only recently embraced the love of a goddess of love and mercy.
Yeah, I wish it was so easy.
Oh god. Well, this is at least over with. Let's go back, please.
So we get 3 slaves then.
Yep.
Right. Cut it out of our money.
Now we have
We
like
might
11
have to sell
left.
potions. Stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I
11
can
gold?
sell my heroism potion, I guess.
No, not yet. I mean, for now we can use it to earn money by killing things with it.
I guess so.
I mean, if you want to sell your heroism potion, I would actually allow you to get full value off of that. 150 gold pieces.
Ah,
It's like so much money though. That's like 3 slaves.
It's like a combat. It's like an extra combat trained
more
slave.
I mean, is it worth keeping it? I mean, it's only one-time use, and
I don't
might
think
not-
so.
might
It's
not
like the
even be worth
runes.
it.
I had that one I bought. It was like it's totally not worth it.
Yeah, I have a rune as well. I mean, I'm gonna sell my heroism potion then for 150, and we can buy 2 more slaves.
But that would then be another household, or would you buy 2 commons then? Commons can fight, right? Is that a thing? Like, what's the?
We could also do that as an option as well.
Household slaves are the cheapest at 50 gold pieces. Common slaves are basically like manual sort of laborers and stuff. Like, they could use like the simple weapons that wizards could. It's the hard labor slaves who would be able to be capable of fighting using martial weapons.
So we can buy 2 common slaves to be like ranged attackers.
Yeah, that seems decent.
With hand crossbows, yes.
Yes, that's awesome.
I mean, yeah, I'd rather have really like, as long
2
as we have
people that
less
can
than
shoot
10
and one
people,
that can
yeah,
fight.
I'd rather have more people. Yeah. So yeah, I guess we sell the potion and buy 2 common slaves.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
We
Fantastic. Then we have, like,
liberate 2 more slaves.
we have
They liberate.
5
They're still slaves because we can't break them free.
we own them now.
We do the best we can. We will smuggle them out later, maybe.
Maybe.
This session has gone to a dark place for this good campaign.
It sure has. We're now all evil.
No. Who said I would have a good?
I mean, we'll then go and like
I
wrestle
said.
control of that Gnoll clan, right?
Okay, we head back to our hideout.
Thomas is just like sobbing profusely at this point.
With our slaves and without our money.
He wants to like shout, "Hey, they are people, you maniacs!" Oh, and you're
They are.
buying them.
We are freeing them.
Say,
No.
say, it is most certainly
Thomas,
night.
do you know what's going to happen to them if we leave them here?
They're gonna be eaten.
Yeah.
Ginger says, that is certainly a possibility.
Yeah, so we give them a better fate than they could ever hope for.
It's a mercy, Thomas. Place is fortified,
They have food, a warm
food,
bed,
beds.
roof over their heads.
They live as good mercenaries.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying that they could have a much worse fate. I'm just saying that arguing about how much price reduction a missing limb should give is a bit, you know.
Grim just sort of moves a hand to his head, sort of shaking it slightly. And yes, I know.
And I considered having like any sort of like role play for like the slave market interaction, but I think I thought that was too awkward.
Yeah.
Everyone
perhaps.
dove straight into it by the seams of things.
Yes.
Like, slaves?
Where else do you get people, Gryph?
Oh, wait, we can buy people and own them? Hell yeah! I like this group.
It's not like that.
So yes, whereas it was definitely nightfall by the time that you finish with your business in the slave market. The few hours it takes to walk all the way back to the hideout means that it is well into the night. And you approach the location that you purchased. You're able to use the key that Dwohurim has and step inside the modular foyer.
Well, we sort of look around so that no one is here. And just
I mean, the door's
Okay.
locked. So.
I know, but maybe someone from the old gang had another key or...
It's worth noting that this place is pretty damn dark. There aren't any windows.
do we have torches? We do, right?
Well, it doesn't bother me, dancing lights.
Yeah, like, you don't have a problem like, looking around. Just, like, to share note as well, like, there's no holes for, like, windows. There are no windows in this building.
Yeah, okay.
But surely they've left us like lanterns and stuff.
Yes! The damn torch fixtures and the lanterns, they're still up on the walls. They left you that stuff, too.
Right, we light most of them, I guess.
I guess we show the new inhabitants around. Let's not call them slaves anymore, guys.
Yeah, now they're our friends.
Yeah. our family, our bought family.
Friends, quotation marks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we show them around, and we're really nice to them.
So, how many new friends did you acquire? I can drag, like, temporary tokens until you guys...
Well, we got one combat
right?
guy, I believe.
We got five, I think.
Yeah, and then 2 household and 2 common.
So 5 people.
1 combat.
Oh, God.
Combat friend, yes.
Household friend.
I think we only have 1 combat friend, right?
Yeah.
They just
They
changed the name.
changed.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll just call these guys common friends.
We're gonna detail these guys later. They're gonna be happy that we helped them.
Yep. And we need to make tokens for each and every one of them later.
What makes... Yeah. We'll spend some time doing it. It's for
Yep.
them, for their dignity.
Yeah.
So I guess common friends work as like watchmen, kinda.
Yeah. We put
Combat friend is
one
like
here,
door guide.
here.
Household friends are like food and cleaning.
Yes, you can design like their own sort of profession things, keeping in mind like the same categories. Common being your least skilled, household being your no, excuse me, my apologies. Household is your least skilled, and then
Yep.
common, and then hard labor.
Yeah, so we place the combat guy by the door, and then like the 2 common, like 1 here and 1 here. If there are any like holes in the wall, they can look out of.
Those aren't holes per se. Those are solid stone. Perhaps a door would be there at some point, but it's not.
Yeah, but I mean, we did see people look out of like holes in the wall and stuff.
That's outside
That's
their
outside.
fortification.
Oh, I see.
That's
then
outside, like on like at the top of the building.
Yeah,
Well,
then
you
we,
know,
we place
if we
those 2
want
out there. Then.
holes,
You want to place the those guys outside? Well, you can certainly
Yes.
place them outside.
Commoners outside, they're our guards. We'll actually dress them like in the leather armor and such. If we can find those like blood drip gang insignia, they're all of them
Yeah, and
Sure.
helmets and yeah,
on them.
the whole thing.
Like
And we'll
as
give them
little
each.
as little of them can be seen, and as many of the insignia as possible.
Yeah.
Want to
And
make
then
it?
we-
We want to make it seem as if nobody is level left.
All of you folks have ownerships over these temporary tokens that I've laid down, so you should be able to drag them wherever you'd like.
Right.
everyone.
You two. These are common friends. They need to go outside, right?
Commons
Yeah,
need to
but we
go
can't
up-
see outside.
You can't
we
see
can-
outside, no.
go here.
There we go. They're up there
Well,
Is there a
Okay,
kitchen somewhere?
with Pony as well.
yes,
The
you could,
forge is the kitchen.
you could add like little notation things. I guess I can add a little separate area.
Like the outside fortifications.
Yes, I guess I can do that.
We really need a dog as well.
Yeah, we do. Let's go out and catch some dogs.
They're not our slaves, Tempus. That's only what the law would say.
Oh, by the way, Tempus is off talking to Leon somewhere different in
Alright.
the building.
We'll go look at the strange machinery then.
All right.
Thomas will.
And some of the...
Explain.
Let Thomas deal with that.
Yeah, Thomas will explain to our combat and common friends what to do in what situations as guards and things like that.
And the common friends outside can sort of take turns taking watch, I guess.
Alright. How do you want them to take turns? They are your friends, so you have to order them around.
Like, take 8 hours each and switch around then.
That's terrible. Hmm.
So like 8 hour shifts and then...
We'll get you more at some point, don't worry.
Alright, well, there are 24 hours in a day.
I mean, they switch every 8 hours.
There are 24 hours. Okay, yeah, sure.
Or does anyone else have a like better suggestion? Because I just said something.
That's Thomas's. Urim doesn't know.
Yeah, he's
He
the
should do
bard.
guard stuff. I mean, that's Thomas. Thomas is the commander here. He's the one ordering everybody around. Urim's just gonna stay in this room and look at the machinery and the papers.
Alright.
Who knows? Maybe they're like job like notices. I need someone to clean out this basement of rats. It's terrible.
It's a small...
Wouldn't that just be convenient?
It's a small little record of, like, land caravans moving into Drakkenhall, which is very few. It seems like there aren't that many at all moving in anymore these days. Notations due to the, not to mention the City of Monsters being what it is, but the poor weather conditions really hampering land travel.
I guess our household friends get to pick a bed if they want.
But where would you like them to sleep?
Oh, why would they like to sleep?
They're not
We've-
used to. They're not used to
One
that
over
level of
there
autonomy.
and one over there.
I guess far apart, Moon. You cannot talk.
I mean, I think we can freely just say like, just claim a bed in one of these
Yeah.
like main areas.
But we don't want
You
to
know-
give them more freedom.
Why not?
They will rebel against us. No.
No, they won't.
They know not-
Nah, let them pick it.
They're in an absolutely hopeless situation. We can at least say that we plan to leave here at some point, and if they stick around with us, we might take them with us, and so they might go to a place where really they can just be allowed to go.
Sure.
Like, they should never come to Drakkenhall again. That would be great for us, but for now we're gonna have to stay here. Okay.
Do we tell the combat friend to train the common friends?
If
It
he
might,
can.
it might
Just
be
a little
difficult
bit.
for him to like train while he's supposed to keep watch. Have you
Yeah.
ever tried to train someone while you're supposed to pay attention to
Like, we
something?
don't really have
See,
enough
you look at this
people.
sword. Look at this sword while I'm staring over this thing. Oh,